Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Raww Live. I'm Frankie J, your host, and with me, as always, is the one and only and most irritating, lovable best friend in the world, T.O. T.O. He is here, and he is alive and well, and him and I were having quite a dispute prior to the show, but do you think that sexual offenders, once they do their time and they're out of prison and they're back in society, should they have access to internet ever again? Should sexual predators have access to internet ever again after they're convicted and serve their time? That'll be a question that we'll answer and ask for input near the end of the show. But Tio and I were having quite the argument prior to the show where he had discovered that a certain individual was convicted of a sex crime back in whenever, and he's got a YouTube channel, and it drives Tio insane. Tio, why don't you elaborate a little bit on that? Let some of your emotions out, and let's get this out. Take a deep breath and share your thoughts on what you were trying to do, and maybe somebody here in the audience can advise you on what's right, what's wrong, what's illegal, what's not.
All right. What had happened was I was doing a little research, typed in this guy's name, and he's a well-known YouTuber in the lawn care community. I'm not going to say his name right now, even though it is common knowledge, but I'm not going to do it. But it was known that he was a convicted sex offender. He lured little girls, 13, 14, into a rental
property
and made them take their clothes off and take photos for whatever sick enjoyment. So then this guy does his time. Okay, serves his 6 months, pleads guilty, comes out, makes a YouTube channel. Tons of people subscribe, 20,000 subscribers. A lot of which are paid subscribers, subscribing to a notion of who they thought this guy is.
I'm going to give you a round of applause for getting that information, taking the time to do so. That's some dedication there, my friend.
Well, yeah, these are children. I mean,
I know. I'm not laughing at that. I just laugh at the dedication that you show in finding these things. I find you a very funny investigator.
Yeah, I know it is. The best investigator is somebody who cares about the topic. I care
and
about
the way their shirt looks. Your white shirt before the show.
I love this.
He was going to take his white shirt off because he's sitting over there going, "It doesn't look good. It looks good. Doesn't look good." There it goes again. It keeps popping out. It's my shoulder blade. It's
my collarbone. I gotta look good on your birthday. You know.
Yeah. Oh yes. I always forget it's my birthday, even though it is the day of my birthday. I was born on this day.
Well, yeah, that's what your birthday is.
Yeah.
I don't know how you forget. It is weird. But anyways, we found this guy out. I'd like to, that's what I did. I had a good time yesterday doing that as well. Not going to use any of the products of the companies that support that guy, and I'm not going to support him no more. That's it. But it is your birthday. Happy birthday. Do you want to know who you celebrate a birthday with today?
Why don't we do birthdays first? Because I would be interested to know who I do share a birthday with, because that's interesting to me. So why don't you go ahead and do the birthdays? We're going a little backwards, but that's okay. We can do that.
Yeah, sometimes we do, but whatever. J.K. Rowling, 58. Writer
Who was that?
What book? Come on. J.K. Rowling?
I don't know their name. Is that bad?
Come on. No, that is bad. It's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know the Harry Potter books. I didn't read the Harry Potter books.
Terrible. Turn the birthday music off real quick. Getting a bad... there we go. Okay, that's better. You know who else? All right, other birthday. Philip the Good. How can it go bad when Philip the Good? He was the Duke of Burgundy.
The Duke of Burgundy.
Kevin Green? How about Kevin Green?
I think the app is freezing up.
Player?
You're frozen.
Yeah, I'm frozen. You're frozen.
Everything's frozen. Everything is wicked
Everyone's
annoying
cheering.
right now.
Wesley
What's going
Snipes.
on? Wesley
Who
Snipes sharing
knows?
her birthday.
For all you people in the, for all you people who are listening in the audio version here, our app is freezing up.
It is freezing.
Fat Boy Slim birthday, 60.
It is definitely freezing up.
I don't remember Fat Boy Slim.
Fat
What?
Boy Slim. I'd have to say I don't remember Fat Boy Slim. You got a lot of birthdays today that I don't know who the hell they are.
Dean Cain, you know him.
Dean Cain. Yeah, everyone knows Dean Cain. He was Superman.
All right.
I know that one.
Yeah.
You're not freezing up
Superman,
anymore.
just like you today on your birthday.
Yeah, I played
it's
Superman
glitchy.
today. Yeah, it's a little glitchy, but it's moving again. I think we got some. You're like moving. This
It
is
might
how
just
you
be
look.
me.
You're like now you're frozen, and I can't even hear you coming out of the microphone. Weird. Uh-oh, did you unplug and turn the mic on and off again?
Yeah, just went berserk. I'm back.
Can't. Yeah, what was it? What was wrong with the app?
I don't know. It just kicked me right off. But now it looks like it's working 100% better.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
let's get
We need
into
a
on
little
this
reboot.
day.
Yeah. How about
Reboot.
Reboot. Earl truck. Reboot.
Jeepers.
We get the
Technology.
reboot. All right. On this day, go ahead, Tio. Take it away.
All right, Apollo 15 used the first four-wheel battery-powered lunar rover to
Whoa.
explore the moon. They either did this on the moon or in the studio, whichever one you believe.
Okay, conspiracy boy. They
Hey,
fucking
I'm leaving
went
it up to the
moon.
audience. Believe what you
There
want.
was a documentary on it, and they showed him clearly land on the moon.
Clearly. 2001, Napster closed.
Whoa, Napster, the music place.
Yeah, it was founded in 1999, lasted 2 years.
Yeah, that was the first place I downloaded my music for free. I felt like the biggest criminal running around.
Sean
I felt
Parker was
awesome.
the founder.
What
Yeah,
what
he
Sean Parker's doing right now? I
Well,
got
I'll tell
a
ya.
shit ton of money.
I'll tell you. He
Oh
also
boy.
he went one of the main founders of Facebook. He did an address book,
Whoa.
some kind of an online address book. Yeah, so that's what he
called
did.
the address book instead of Facebook.
Well, I think he did the address book for Facebook.
Maybe
Maybe.
he's the one that practices MMA with Mark.
Practice what you preach.
They
Anyways.
both get buffed together.
Yeah.
Maybe they're in the middle of transitioning in life. Who knows? Oof.
Michael Phelps. If he transitioned into women's sports, he would have dominated.
Oh, he would kill in swimming.
19 Olympic medals. He won his 19th Olympic medal on this day, 2012. Yep. 1931, they were looking for the Australian Tasmanian tiger. They didn't know if it still existed or not.
It does.
Does it?
Yeah, they still look for them because they are endangered and for the most part extinct, but they still do
That's
exist.
awesome.
I saw another documentary on that.
2013, scientists grow the first artificial ear from animal tissue.
Why would you want to grow an ear?
Just in case you lost one.
No shit.
Yep.
How
Jesus
weird
isn't
is
around to
that?
put it back on. So you're going to
I've
need
heard some
somebody-
weird stuff, but that's weird. That's kind of like that reel that's going around on Instagram where it shows this guy who cuts the top of an egg off and he grows a chicken and he keeps injecting shit into it. And it's like a time-lapse video of a chicken being grown in an egg with just little drops of whatever.
Yeah, and then they want you to
Hormones
eat that.
and food.
No, it's fine. Just eat it. It's chicken.
No, they raised the chicken.
Yeah, it's chicken.
didn't eat it.
Oh, no, wait. I already did that one. The oldest
Oh my God.
recorded eruption of Mount Fuji, 781. Do you know when its last eruption was? I know when
You're
your
gonna
last
tell me.
eruption was, but it's
Yeah.
1707.
Whoa,
It's also a
was it?
sacred mountain.
sacred mountain. That's where I want to go to, a sacred mountain.
That's what I call my
Sacred
bedroom.
mountain. Yeah, Sacred Mountain. Wait, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Sacred Mountain.
Depends.
Oh, I thought that
Depends.
was from another joke.
No, 1498. Columbus
Oh.
discovered Trinidad on his third voyage.
Who cares?
Well, hey, he got
Who
lost.
cares?
He found something. There it is.
Good for him. Who cares?
Yeah.
He was on The
Let's-
Sopranos. They were putting up the Italians obviously worship Christopher Columbus, as we all know, and there was American Indians that were having a protest about Christopher Columbus, and there was this big skirmish, and Tony Soprano's crew got into it and everything else, so it was quite interesting.
Wow. Cornerstone was laid from the first U.S. government building in 1792. You've been to a few of
Whoa.
those mint buildings, haven't you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, perhaps. I can't remember half those damn trips. What else you got on the...
I got in
this day?
1809, the first U.S. railroad track was laid. What was it made out of?
Wood and steel.
It was wood. Used
Mhm.
for horse-drawn cars.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
pretty nuts.
knew that.
1813, British invades Plattsburgh, New York.
Whoa, that's kind of close.
Yeah, invades them with their accent.
That's out by Plattsburgh, New York, is going towards our friend in the audience there, Joanne.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Hey, Joanne's in the audience. 1853,
I just changed the
First
setting. I was
surgery.
just able to see that way, I guess. The
first
one?
surgery. First surgery under kerosene lamp was performed
That's safe.
in Ukraine.
Here,
Yeah, I know, that's
inhale
what I was
some
thinking when I-
Kerosene, inhale some kerosene fumes while you fucking operate on you. That's clean.
Let's see.
What oil
1922, 18-year-old Ralph Samuelson rides the world's first water ski in
I
Minnesota.
don't care about that.
You're not a water skier. How about this is one. You know,
All right.
this 1938 Major League Baseball commissioner Kenshaw Mountain Landis. That's a mouthful. Suspends
Jesus.
New York Yankee outfielder Jake Powell
For
after
what?
he said on the radio show in Chicago when they asked him, "How do you keep in such good shape?"
Oh,
Jake Powell responds by cracking African Americans over the head with my nightstick. What is wrong with that guy?
well, I guess that would be a good time to end on this day, because that
Holy.
goes to show you that we're not that bad a society anymore. But what I really wanted to talk about today, something that's been something that you and I were discussing, and it's been bugging me, and it kind of goes into what you were saying earlier about how you found this so-called pedophile online and wanted to smear him and everything. And the question I asked, should sexual offenders have access to internet in any fashion after they're convicted of said crime? Should they have access to internet ever again?
Toughy, because maybe it depends on what crime they
We'll bring
committed.
Joanne up. She wants to chime in on
It's
this.
hard to
one.
do these
Certain-
days because there's so much you have to do online.
Well, yeah, but you don't need internet for everything. You don't have to have internet.
Oh,
for
my
everything.
video. What's going on here?
Sounds like you're getting spanked.
Who, me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
I can't
probably-
see you, though. The video.
The app might be a little goofy.
Yeah, the
to
app kind of like went, let's try it again.
Yeah. Well,
There you are.
Hi, guys.
I'm glad I got my glasses on. My blue
Hey,
ones.
bright lights, baby.
I look like Ray
So-
Charles.
Yeah, that you do. I
Yeah,
am
you
not.
do.
That you do.
Georgia.
That is beautiful. I should adjust myself here.
Jeez.
A
How
little
did he
too
not hit the
high.
mic 100 times? Like,
Wow.
you know, he's like waving his head. Stevie Wonder does
Like
that
this,
too.
like Stevie Wonder.
Is that a
Stop
blind
that.
person thing where they weave their heads when they're singing?
Oh, they feel the
All
music.
right, topic.
You laugh, but it's all.
Music.
Yeah, you feel the
I'm
music.
not
Topic.
laughing.
Oh my God, you
It looks
guys.
like you're laughing.
All
I'm
right,
not.
you need some control here, guys. Okay, let's get back
Happy
to the topic.
birthday
Not
to
much
me.
time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeff.
Okay. Two things. Yes, I like this is an interesting topic, and of course, T.O., you say the thing. How do you monitor it? Because just like any pedophiles, anybody that's been convicted of a sex crime is not allowed to be within certain footage of a child daycare center. So now, how do you do that with online? Do we have that technology? Should that technology be, made? I mean, I agree. They should not be allowed to be online. But
Well, I can
how do you
chime in
do
on
it?
that. Instead of worrying about AI, maybe they should worry about some priorities like making
Well, okay.
sure that sexual predators don't have access to internet. That's just me, though.
Well, no, I agree with you.
Stop
But
sending trillions of dollars over to Ukraine to fight Russia. You could maybe, keep some pedophiles off
yeah,
the
but we
internet.
don't want to take care
We
of
don't
our
want
own. So
No,
we
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 never do.
don't want to do that.
But
And
that's my theory. Can it be done? Certainly. Did you not see the movie with Will Smith where
a movie, okay, a movie. I
what was it?
still
Well,
want to
no,
know
Keep my
how.
wife's
Wait a
name
minute.
out your mouth.
And then I'm going to come back to would we? Yeah, I mean, you really would have to have this guy really connected or wired up, because there's no. How are you going to disable somebody from accessing the internet?
well, you
That's
do
been the biggest
know
problem.
that a lie
What?
detector test does have a part that is attached to your anus muscle. So when
Okay,
so
but
when
they're
you're lying,
fallible.
apparently you pucker up.
Pucker
So
up. Buttercup.
if
They're
they
fallible.
have somebody come over and give a lie detector test. Have you been on the internet this week? And they have that part hooked up.
And
Puckers
they're
up.
fallible. Sorry,
Yeah.
fallible. Fallible. I can,
And that's part of the
control my
test.
little butt muscle as much as I want.
Yeah.
Well, when you get
Kegels.
asked a question, you can't control it.
I don't know about that.
From what I understand,
Some people can.
Yeah, well,
some
do
of the
your,
top
people study
FBI, some of the
do
top
your research.
FBI.
People can fool lie detectors.
Oh, you can, but it's not easy. It's you
My
can't
Yeah,
take
phone's
well.
got Phil
Xanax.
like this. Got him eating out the palm of my hand. You love that guy. Yeah.
What about Dr. Phil?
Nothing. You love
He
him.
had the best. He had the best polygraph expert in the country. He died, by the way.
No. Mysteriously.
The
Did he
polygraph
drown?
guy. Did he drown? What do you mean? Did he drown? He died. He was like 90. You bunghole.
Oh, okay.
God,
What? You're not up with the latest news?
Dr. Phil's off the air now.
Not Dr. Phil. The latest presidential chef.
Oh no,
drowned.
Joanne, are you in cahoots with the election and all that nonsense
It's the
going
second
on
one
already?
who's drowned.
I really personally don't give a shit, but that's all
Who
right.
drowned?
Me either.
As
drowned?
my husband says, I stick my head in the sand, and I like it that way because, unfortunately, I worked for corrupt New York City agencies. I worked for corrupt New York City agencies, was told to lie about data to the mayor's office. And that was in the 80s, before you were born. So I'm not really a
When the
fan.
cocaine was good.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'm not a fan of what's going on because I think we're all just going to be put into such disarray because a house divided cannot stand. And no matter what, I mean, we are so divided. Everyone listens to their own opinion and not somebody else and blames another person. So, you know what? All
you
elections have been rigged. So,
Yeah.
hello.
And you can't. And you notice the coronavirus is starting to jack back up again.
So
They're
they
starting to
say.
find. Yeah, they're
So
starting
they
to say
say.
it's coming back
Oh,
because
bullshit. Bullshit.
it's coming. It's coming back.
It's always something.
No, when it's okay. My friend did say to me, who works in a hospital, that I guess it was 2 weeks ago, they had 30 people in the hospital with COVID. So, and that was 2
Really?
weeks ago. Yes. And that was a high number. Is
Yeah.
COVID coming back
Compared
to
to,
the same
yeah.
extent? Like, no. And it's like a flu. So let's just get everybody scared because, if we get scared, that's a good thing.
Yeah, because Biden will say, "We'll give you $1,400 for the year if we make you sick again."
Take another shot.
Yeah, and just put a mask on when you drive in your car and hang them from your mirror of your car while you're smoking a cigarette. and then put them on before you go into a doctor's office to prevent anybody else from getting sick.
You could get it through the phone.
You know. Okay, so here's some data for you on lie detectors.
Go ahead.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
This muscle?
I think it would be really hard to keep them off the internet. A lot of
Of
things are
course
done
it
off the internet.
Oh,
too.
it would be
Banking.
really hard,
But,
but is it
you know-
impossible? No.
If they got to live far away.
I didn't agree with you before, Frankie, but now I kind of do, only because we're doing all this AI, which is going to then bring me back to that question I really want to say, okay, or my statement. So if we can do all this AI shit, we should be able to come up with a way so that they can't get on the internet. So, I mean,
Well, there could be even a device that hooks to them like a bracelet that if it's within 10 feet of a internet device, a bell goes off,
an
a
IP
buzzer goes
address.
off.
Yeah. No, they get electrocuted.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like your old
Give 'em a
ankle
quick
bracelets.
Yeah, give
Get
them a
them
quick zapperoo.
electrocuted.
Yeah, zap their fucking asses, and we
to
told
cut it
you
off the old
don't
school
go
style.
near the internet. I was 10 feet away. You were going towards
You
the
were
internet.
going near enough.
We nipped it in the butt.
Well, look, like I said, I know somebody that had to be at least 100 feet, could not be within 100 feet or 50 feet. That's why they could not share an apartment
That's
with
why I
my
figured
son,
something out. That's why
because
Todd,
he had
when
been
he's walking,
convicted.
when he's walking in my house, he goes 150 feet down the street and around this one house, and then
You
comes
have a
back to my house.
child, you have-
He's got
all
to
right.
be like, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
not allowed around there.
No, it's Chuck E. Cheese. I forgot.
That closed down. You started that
Cold,
fight.
hard facts.
It's Chuck E. Cheese. They had good pizza. My
All
friend
right.
was
Served
actually
wine
Chuck E.
there.
Chucky
They served wine there.
diseases. Ugh.
Chuck
That's what
E.
I
had
used to
good
call it.
pizza.
I never would
I
take
thought it
my
was
kids
good.
there.
Yucky
Yeah.
yeast.
My friend was
Chucky
Chucky,
diseases.
and he got fired because a kid punched him while he was in the costume, and my friend threw him across the room, and the kid broke his arm.
Jeez. Chucky
He
didn't
was
get
not
you
Chucky
that
no
day.
more. He was never Chucky again.
Well,
Got fired. Fired. See you later, Chucky. You can't Chucky and throw kids.
I like the Chucky
no,
and
I
Child's
would
Play
not think
myself.
so.
You like what?
The Chucky and Child's Play?
Oh, that one. No, I don't like those creepy ass movies.
Oh, yeah, I don't either.
You know,
Those
like
are-
with dolls come to life,
Yeah.
and the Gremlins was the only one I could tolerate until after midnight.
That was a comedy.
What, Gremlins? Was that a comedy?
No.
It
It
wasn't
was
a
like a horror
comedy.
movie. That was
Kinda
a
But
funny.
it was a horror movie.
That lady's in that chair and she goes up the stairs and flies out the window because they rewire it.
yeah,
The chair lift.
the chairlift. I just
Yeah, you
thought
know how-
Gizmo was the
It was
cutest
horror.
thing. I wanted a Gizmo. I would have
I
taken
had a
good care of
Gizmo,
a
though.
Gizmo. I bet you did, Panama Red.
Comedy horror film. It's a
There you
comedy horror film.
We're all right.
Oh, like Little Shop of
Well,
A lot
Horrors.
of funny things in there. Same as like Freddy Krueger and that. Those are funny movies.
Oh, those aren't funny.
What?
They always
That's
run
a comedy
upstairs.
humor too.
It's like that commercial where we should go into the garage with all the chainsaws.
Well,
All right, with
Jason.
this.
What about the running car? What are you
Yeah.
crazy?
Crazy. It's good. And the guy's just like, it's too easy.
These like fucking idiots. That's
Yeah.
actually a really good commercial, by the way. It shows how stupid
It is.
people really are.
Oh, the Jason movies where
There
just
they
fall
are.
down all the time.
Well, I think those movies are creepy. Still, I don't like watching horror movies. Maybe it's because I have nightmares and I don't
The
want.
creepiest one to me ever was Exorcist.
That one's nuts. When the girl walks down the stairs backwards, she's like,
Yeah.
No, when her head spins. Your mama
Yeah, I
sucks,
believe in
whatever, you know.
exorcisms.
Well, that was a true story. It was really.
I
a
believe
boy
in
that-
exorcisms. I want to see one live, but I'm afraid that some
Mhm.
sort of weird spiritual power will twitch my toes or something.
Might go into you.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it already is.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here.
Hello,
Oh, there he goes.
No, you're not. You're
See?
still there.
Heavenly
boy.
Father.
So here was my.
God.
Here,
No,
what? Yeah.
I am Iron Man.
Oh,
I am Iron Man. So
Guys, part Neanderthal.
So here for your last 5 minutes, guys. Come on, focus.
That's
Focus,
the
focus.
Hesborn's part Neanderthal, you know, right?
So I've got a question for you, Todd.
All right.
Okay.
See,
Because you guys talk a lot about what's going on in the world, a lot of, what are our rights and blah, 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 blah. So, if the writers of our Constitution could see the future and saw what we have become and what we've done with guns, what we've done with the freedom of speech, would they have written the Constitution in the same way?
That's a
No,
good
but is
question,
this why-
young man.
I would say no.
What?
But is this
This
why?
baton.
I'm going to say no, but is this? I've never had it posed to me in this way. But is this the argument of why we should rewrite the Constitution? Because I've heard a lot of people say that.
No, I guess what it is being a software developer from the 1980s and being in technology. My kids are in it, and knowing what has happened, and knowing I was at the beginning of the internet. And my friend, may he rest in peace. And anyway, I'm not near Plattsburgh. He basically said that the advertising, and we worked in advertising for American Express, that the internet was going to be massive. Okay. So if we knew that, we have not done anything like, for example, it was Ronald Reagan that got rid of the Fair Act reporting, not freedom of information, but Fair Act, that these guys should be reporting facts. He got rid of that. The internet comes along.
Son of a bitch.
So it's sort of like, and we have who should control the internet? See, that's the reason why it's not controlled. I mean, anybody can say anything they want, unless you're on Facebook and you get,
I want to
go
find
into
out how to get
Facebook
to the
jail.
dark web.
Well,
I
those
typed in
super-
dark web, and it doesn't go there. How do I get into what's called the dark web? I want to start really getting into
Oh,
the
you look
dark
into
web.
that scammer video, but the media and everything is owned by the railroad companies, and most of those, just a couple, Rockefeller. I mean, if there's a few.
No,
people
they're
who own those.
owned by railroad companies, like the media, like Fox is owned by.
yeah. Railroad owns a lot of 40 some shares of the media. That's why you don't see a lot of the train
Wow, I'm
accidents on
impressed.
television.
You're like a
Oh
super.
Really?
yeah, and Rockefeller. Oh yeah, look it up. And Rockefeller.
I am.
There's a bunch that own, and they own every media, Fox, all the way through, Fox, ABC.
NBC.
I forget who owns the railroad, but they own the majority of shares in media. So there's a few people who control exactly what we know and what we see and what narrative they want to spin, and I think we all get caught up in it.
Interesting.
And no, I don't think it's free. I think too bad we didn't all own the internet. I think it is controlled a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit too
Where's-
much, even for the
But-
people who isn't Musk like on the side of everybody who's trying to just let all information be out there no matter what? One of them is, right? Isn't it him?
I'm not sure who that is,
But,
but
I mean, he's
I do
super.
know- I
Elon
don't
Musk,
think they're-
he's super rich, and he just is for
Oh,
freedom of speech. Am I right
Oh,
with the
look at
railroad?
this. Bill Gates acquired 54.8 million Canadian National Railway railway shares worth $6.5 billion.
Todd was right.
God, for a little upstater, you're smart.
Well,
that's-
geez.
Well, I like to dig into this stuff because I like to know who controls what and why we see what we see. That's why we didn't see any of that stuff where they derailed that whole freaking town. Was screwed up for life.
Wait.
Michigan
Here we
or
go.
whatever they were.
Wait. There's a lot here. Really? Very interesting. In 2009, Warren Buffett completed the buying of the company. He bought the rest of BNSF for $34 billion, or roughly $100 a share. The buy gave them an extra 77.4% stake in BNSF.
Yes.
Wow,
Man,
that's crazy.
There it
This
is.
is
That's who's telling you what you need to know.
wow.
Spinning it the
Wow.
way they want you to know. So it
Well,
does.
what a
It's
way
not a
to-
conspiracy when people start thinking this way, and how people that are that rich would want things to go down. We would want to get rid of some freaking people, and we would want them to start living the way we want them to live.
All right,
Control
well,
everybody. Screw out all this stuff with this train stuff going berserk everywhere and throwing chemicals everywhere and polluting everybody's ground. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to move you into a place where they deem is nice for you to live, which is controlled by them, which you have no more money because they don't want money anymore. We want to get rid
No,
of
they want
actual
you to be
cash.
poor, stupid, and unhealthy.
Yes, and controlled by us. We want you 100% relied on us. On the grid, our grid, which will shut off whenever we feel like it, whenever we think you've had enough, like California does now. We'll
I
turn
can't
it
wait
off.
to bring this up with my girlfriend, who is really pretty brilliant and a constitutionalist. And, I'm going to say, and bring it up to some
maybe we can-
loonies
You
I
can
know.
be
Maybe
just
we
be a
can do a
realist and
four-way
just
show.
follow the money. Always
Well,
follow the money.
that's really what it is. Follow the money, because money talks. Money is, I hate to say this. I said, well, the Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. And that's really, and it is follow the money. So
Yeah, greed's a son of a bitch. That's for sure.
well,
And when you
greed
get
is-
that much
oh,
money, it's not about money. It's about degrading people, showing your stature,
Well,
your
I'd
power
like
over
to be a
others.
little more positive that it's about power, and that it's not necessarily about degrading people. But I think you're right. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that is, it's kind of scary.
It is.
So that's why I like to stick my head in a little.
There is good. I mean, I'm sure there is very good billionaires out there that
billionaires. Yeah, like the
mean
owner of
well
the
and do
Buffalo
well,
Bills.
but you also have to look at the evil of the evil.
That's
what
right.
they
There
do
is
with their
few and
money.
far between. I mean, to really be honest,
Yeah.
I think it gets, to a certain point, just like power gets to a certain point. I mean, just like, okay, let's start going into sexual harassment. Where does that all come from? Why is it that it's these people, like all of them on CNN, or what's his face that was on Fox, or Cuomo? It's all these powerful men. No offense, guys, they think with their dick, and it just.
Yeah,
Not
no,
me.
it's a power thing, and you degrade
It is.
somebody else. People get a thrill from that when
That's right. You feel better.
It's a sick feeling. That's why this country protects people who prey on children.
Well, we'll
wait,
get into
didn't you know
that next
there's a new
time.
society? Wait a second. Oh, what's it called? And they
almost-
want rights like LGBTQRXYZ. Oh shit!
Oh,
What's
boy.
it called?
And
It's a real society. Oh God, what is it called? Oh man, I hope I find it, because it really is a real thing. It's like
I think I heard something about that. But we'll get into it next time. We're all out of time tonight, Joanne.
I love it.
But thanks for coming up and being part of our production
Thank you
tonight.
for having me.
Really a lot of fun. If anybody has any questions about this show or any of other shows, just go to the website, rawlive.com. We're here every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Fireside. We'll be back again, and we'll see you all then. Thanks, T.O. Thanks, Joanne.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody in the studio, outside the studio, and worldwide watching us. The best show
Stay
here live on
tuned.
Fireside.
The show is about to begin.
And the show is not about to start.